All right, Nintendo, you got me. Fire Emblem Fates Birthright has been blowing my mind. I've been addicted to this game ever since Nintendo shipped us a couple of copies. There's two this time. You get Birthright or you get Conquest, and then you can also get a third Fire Emblem Fates game off of the eShop as well to make it a full rounded package. That's a whole lot of Fire Emblem, I gotta tell you. I've just been lost in the world of Birthright, which is kind of the traditional Fire Emblem experience. It has a new thing called a Dragon Vein, which my character, who I named Batwing, can actually activate. He's got to have these magic powers, and you can do things like reveal some enemy types, or unfreeze some ground, or freeze some ground, or send some poisonous gas, or something that diminishes the HP points of your opponents. That's cool. I think the other big addition that they've done here with this game is they've given you a castle to kind of build up. You can put little shops and things like that in there. You can connect with your allies, and actually to the point of having a kid with them, and having a full-on family, and sort of continuing the legacy of your story, which is great. I mean, that's the hook, right? What you get with a Fire Emblem experience, and this has been true right back from the early days, is you kind of get a rock, paper, scissors type of chess experience where you have to take a step and then your opponent takes a step, and based on powers and abilities and placement on these grid map patterns, and you're going to kill all the bad guys, or they're going to wipe out some of your beloved allies. And we know the deal with Fire Emblem, right? If you play in the classic mode, you are going to lose your characters forever, and that is as devastating today in 2016 as it was 10 years ago. The production quality with this game is absolutely stellar. Nintendo and Intelligent Systems didn't hold anything back to create a beautiful looking 3DS game. It kind of evokes some of the stuff that we started to see with the GameCube Fire Emblem game. There's lots of elaborate cut sequences, beautiful music all the way through this thing. Of course, it's an intricate story where a kid is kind of caught between a couple of different feuding tribes, and has to kind of make an allegiance right from the very beginning and follow a story along. And we get to see that the king of Noria is kind of a jerk, and he's ready to crush all of his neighboring tribes people without a moment's hesitation there. And you have to make some pretty serious choices about the allegiance that you're going to have throughout the game. Of course, you're going to see a lot of characters pop back into the story. Even when you lose characters on your team, they will pop back into the story, which was kind of interesting. And the game holds your hand a little bit all the way through, quite frankly, but that's definitely for the first 6 chapters, they go a little bit easy on you. You don't really start losing people until you're sort of well into the experience. I love the game. I mean, it doesn't really, this one in particular, this cartridge doesn't deviate too far from the norm. It doesn't feel that much different from Awakenings, which was the last Fire Emblem game on the 3DS, but it's still hella fun. It's very addictive. I love the production work in this. I love the design. I love building up my castle and augmenting it and changing its styles. There's some Street Pass integration where you can go and visit other neighboring castles and castles from your friends and people that you don't know as well. You can get into separate sort of mini fights, and challenge yourself along the way to level up. And of course, you can download lots of other kinds of challenges and the other full Fire Emblem games as well. But I know this is a very successful iteration of this franchise, and it should be. It's terrific fun, even if this feels quite familiar. I'm going to give Fire Emblem Fates Birthright an 8 out of 10. Hey, thanks for checking out that video on our EPN channel. It's just one small part of the things that we make around here. So if you liked it, don't forget to check out some of our other vids and hit that subscribe button.